I agree with you, Jay. Like I say over and over and over, I'm only looking for 144,000. So whatever the number of people out there is, as long as they go with your idea, that's good. I only want 144,000 to place their blood beside my own that can see it. We're going to lead the way with the first wave, open up the doorway, and then the people who didn't put up their blood over intent will be able to pass through because we put up our blood over intent. So, you know, you either see it or you don't. I'm with you, Jay. We don't want everybody to put their blood up. We just want the best of the best to put up their blood, the 144,000. So the idea would be to deter people from putting their blood up, because only those who can really see it, that know only the devil hides his intent. And the only way out of that door is by putting up your intent and backing it with your spiritual currency. Like I put up gallons upon gallons of blood, and then I projected outwardly to the world that I'm Satan, the Antichrist, this type of stuff. And it scares people. It's supposed to scare people because that scroll that the Creator has, that's, I say put your blood up beside your brethren and scroll down. You see all of us side by side. That's the Creator's digital scroll. He only wants, or she only wants, whichever you prefer, only wants 144,000 of us to crack the door open, to become immortal first and lead the way. Being that we're here to bring forth heaven and earth, the rest of the people don't have to worry. We're bringing forth this for your benefit. So, I'm with you, Jay. I agree with you. We want to scare people away from this. So we want to shake people to their core with this idea that, I've stolen the idea of Satan by putting up gallons of blood. Now, not even anybody on the earth can put up that much blood without killing themselves. So not anybody can contest it. So when you put your blood up, you got to understand that they said this was Satan's world, and I stole all that power. Now it's directed at heaven and earth. It's this way specifically for a reason, because it's supposed to scare everybody away. Only 144,000 will have the heart to see it. That's it. The rest of the people will have to follow in our footsteps after, because we broke the doorway into the Garden of Eden, and we led the way. And I'm with you. I prefer to scare most of the people away, because we just want the best of the best with the most pure blood. And that makes sense to me. So I'm with you, Jay. Let's scare them away from the idea. I'm really with you, Jay. We want to scare as many people away from the idea as possible. We only want 144,000. That's the book of life. It's exactly that way for a reason. So I'm on your team, bro. Like I said, the initial exodus is only fitting 144,000. That's the book of life. Not everybody can go. The hole is only so big. So only so many people can gangbang it at the same time. We have to lead the pathway in, and then the rest of everybody could follow that didn't do their blood over intent. But we're going to crack the door for everybody. So, that scroll that the Creator's making is literally that list of blood over intents. Those are the people that were sent here to do that. That's why we're in the book of life. The rest of the people, what I can see, are phantoms in a computer. They're already dead. They've already uploaded their conscious into a computer. They're not getting out. They can get to the Holy Grail and live forever and not have to go through this recycle stuff. But even that's over also, because we're getting to the Holy Grail before we're dead, and that means anybody else who's born into this world after that is going to make it to the Holy Grail. The moon recycling system is over. Everything's over with this. So, like I said, I don't want to wake up everybody. I just need to wake up 144,000. I'd rather scare more people away, because we just want, like what they call the cream of the crop, the ones who can actually see it, the ones who feel special, who feel driven by that goddess of the earth, the great dragon Typhon, the mother of all creation. Jesus places his son into the Holy of Holies, where the Holy Grail is at the center of the earth, spiraling in, spiraling out, bringing the seasons. And this is a conscious living being that's born out of it. The Aurora Borealis, that's the Earth's memory. That is the infinite potential. And that's what's running through me. I live on that. And I can see You know, the Lawnmower Man character inserting his consciousness into the computer. When I put up all that spiritual currency, I ended up in the computer. Now I have 1 foot in the matrix and 1 foot in reality, and I can see stuff nobody can see. And I'm going to benefit everybody with this power. This is not for my personal gain. This is for your gain. I'm trying to get you eternal life. If you want it, you will come with me and you will live. You don't have to put up your blood. Like I said, there's going to be a first wave, a second wave, a third wave, and only 144,000 are written in the Book of Life. The rest of the people don't have any blood to spill because they're already dead. They're legally dead. They have Borg assimilated you. When you were born, they took a soul print off your foot at birth and they mailed it off to the Vatican. Now you have your cell phone with cameras on both sides. You're Borg assimilated. You know, you're going to get your thumbprint authenticator and your locator every year. It's going to upgrade into a new model. And, you know, I can see all the way through it. Everything is this way for a reason. There's only supposed to be 144,000. I'd rather help you deter people from the idea than make them do this, because you have to really know it's in you for sure. I know it's in me for sure. That's why I put up so much blood. And I put up so much blood that nobody else really needs to put up any blood, because, you know, I just needed to change myself to change the world. I didn't need to change the world. I just needed to change myself with my blood. And when I did that, now I can see this is my crack in the universe. And there's a lot of people. Everybody's connected to it. I only need 144,000 of you to see it my way.
Okay.
Like I said, I prefer to deter people from this because the power can be overwhelming. I know I have a lot of, I know I'm holding up the weight of the world. It doesn't matter what people believe. I'm taking over the world whether they like it or not, because I put up so much spiritual currency that I was given eyes to see stuff that you associate with Jesus or Satan or both of them combined as one. And that's what we're doing. We're uniting the dark and the light, the good and the bad, and no soul left behind. The Book of Life only has 144,000. Nobody's supposed to see this but those 144,000, so that the power of the universe is only in those people's hands, so that nobody can stop this train of heaven coming to earth. So, like I said, I'm with Jay on this. I prefer to deter people from the idea of spilling their blood. You either see it or you don't. And like I said, this doesn't deter you. This doesn't mean you can't get into the Garden of Eden. This means there's a first wave going through first, a second wave, and then a third wave. You'll likely be immortal on the third wave or second wave, but you're going to become immortal if you choose to. We're going to clear the pathway for everybody, whether they have their blood up or not. The Book of Life only had 144,000 names in it for a reason, because everybody else is literally dead and uploaded into a computer. They have no body to go back to. The 144,000 came here to do a mission, reprogram the computer, and get back to our bodies above the water. When you go see Vaughn's video that he just made with the Egyptian hieroglyphs, and you see it, it backs up everything I'm telling you word for word. You really can't escape it. You either see it or you don't. So, like I said, I'm not trying to wake everybody up. I only want to wake up 144,000 of you. And like I said, I'm with Jay. You don't want to do this unless you see it or not, you know. So I'm on Jay's team as far as that's concerned.
All right, so the 144,000, it sounds like that's pretty much coming like right out of the Bible. And
yeah.
So I wanted to ask you
I can actually see it.
I want to ask this question for everybody, really. Does action lead to enlightenment, or does enlightenment lead to action?
Well, let me answer this. I was a retard floating on a ball through space as a monkey, and then I put up a little bit of blood, and an elemental part of me sent out to the universe to grab memory out of the Akashic record and bring it right to me. And with that, it immediately made another video under the Satan one, because they said Satan owns the world. So I captured this and then directed all the energy at heaven and earth. What's happening is that every time you put up your blood, it's an act of your creator. And it's not about changing the universe, it's about changing you. Because once you change you, then you see how to change the universe through the crack in the universe from the comfort of home. I make one video and wake up 10,000 people. You know, I leave everybody alone face to face. I don't talk to anybody. I sit here from the comfort of home. My wife is cool with it. My son's cool with it. The people who love me just want me making Holy Grail videos because they can see the prize. And they put their blood up. They can see what I see. And they know that we're going to get there before we're dead. And we're going to save the world. And everybody who's around there, whether they're good or bad, light or dark, it's no soul left behind. Everybody's coming if they want to. Nobody will be forced to get eternal life, but when you see that your mom and dad don't have to die and it was never meant to be that way, the Holy Grail's right over there. I can actually see it. It's pulling me. Every video I make about it, it's conscious. The sun above your head is conscious. That's the collective consciousness of the whole. You're in a black hole, and it's on loop through the Holy of Holies. You bow your head in prayer to the black sun. You put on your black satanic robe. You wear your mortarboard hat. Every word you speak is a magic spell. You're supposed to be raised on telepathy. Language is what the computer speaks. You've been Borg assimilated. And I can see it. So I'm going to use this tool that was placed here specifically for me to take over the universe for the benefit of all, whether anybody likes it or not. I'm here on your team. And I don't want to hurt you. I just want to bring up the haves and the have. I want to take the have-nots up to where the haves are. So whatever luxury there is out there in the universe, it's supposed to be yours without any cost. And you need to have access to this Holy Grail. It's the candy cane is showing you. Jesus is placing his light into the hole. Out from the hole comes the Christmas tree. You see the spiral of lights going around. We set it up every year. It's literally on everything. It doesn't matter what religion you are. All the secrets are woven right into your religion. I can see them. And those were placed there specifically for me and a few people so that the 144,000 come together from all these different places over the Ethernet, and we rewrite reality without anybody liking it or not, because we're cooking the frog so slowly that nobody even realizes what's happening. It's the spiritual currency that's in motion here, and it's an act of the Creator when you don't even know what's happening. It's like, you know, it's like there's a force running through me for the benefit of all. Like I said, I'd rather deter people with you than try and get people to put their blood up, because we want to weed everybody out. We only want 144,000 living beings who can see it, because the power in that is an act of God or goddess, whatever you prefer. With that blood, your blood is owned by that tetragrammaton, the four-faced, four-letter God. It's CTAG, or in reverse, green ash trailing charge, where we need to get to before we're dead, where the Holy Grail is the Aurora Borealis, you know, this type of stuff. So
would you say that which would you say is more powerful, blood or spirit?
That is your spiritual currency, is your blood. It's called spiritual currency. So when you go to your bank, when you donate blood to a blood bank and they give you a certificate for 1 gallon, whatever, that's a spiritual currency banknote. And when you put it up on the Ethernet in the right way, you get these powers that come through the universe that let you see stuff that nobody can see. Like, you know, I know where the Holy Grail is. I know every entrance to it, the back door, the front door, the side doors. And unless you know that information, I don't see how you're going anywhere until I crack those doors for you. And
okay, so
I
guess I'm just wondering.
I'm going to crack them for you, and you don't have to put up your blood. You're just.
So I'm just wondering, from your perspective, why is it that you see blood? Like, what is it that actually makes blood more powerful than the spirit?
Well, what you do is, first it starts in your head as an idea. Like, I intend to bring forth heaven and earth. Now it's in the imaginary. Now you put it on paper, bringing it into this physical realm. When you put your spiritual currency on it and publish it to the Ethernet, it gets woven into reality, whether anybody likes it or not. So I can see 2 years ahead, 3 years ahead. I already can see the future because I wrote it myself with my blood. Nobody's supposed to know about this. This is very secret stuff. If other people knew about it, they might take over the universe like I'm doing, whether anybody likes it or not, because I know how to create an act of our Creator using my blood. It's stored in a blood bank for a reason, because it's spiritual currency owned by your Creator. Look, they spilled children's blood over intent to enslave us. I put up so much blood now that nobody can stop me from unslaving us, because they don't have enough spiritual currency in their body to stop me without killing themselves. So the future's already been written, whether anybody likes it or not. So like I said, I'd rather deter people, because there's whatever billion amount of people are out there, there's only 144,000 that can see it. Those are the ones that I'm talking to. You know, the rest of you, you're going to come to the Holy Grail eventually, but the first wave is going to be of 144,000 that are going to become immortal. Come back, bring forth heaven, and then invite the rest of you over with us. And you don't have to like it, but I see the future because I wrote it myself.
So let me ask you another question, Quasi. So
rituals when you jerk off. You jerk off daily ritually. You take a shower ritually. You eat ritually. You have a birthday ritually. This you do one time. One time. It's not a contract. It's your intent. You're putting it into the Ethernet so that you grab an elemental power out of the universe where the Akashic records are. It brings back to you the knowledge. That's what you're doing. You're grabbing this knowledge and you're stating to the universe that you're alive and that you're one of these.
Right. So is it possible to do that without doing the blood over intent?
I'd rather you didn't do the blood over intent. Listen to me, people. I'm Satan himself telling you, don't do blood over intent unless you're damn sure you're ready to take over the universe with me. There's 144,000 of you that are ready to take over the universe with me and become eternal and take over, bring over heaven on earth for the benefit of all, whether anybody likes it or not. The rest of you, you're not supposed to see it. Stay in your sleep mode. Don't do it.
Okay, so I'm asking
you not to do it. Don't fucking do it unless you know for sure you're one of those 144,000. So like I said, I'm with Jay here.
All right, so there's one of the Wizard's rules that I really like. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're known as the Wizard's rules. And they say that one of them says that passion over our ability to reason. So what I'm trying to do is balance out. We both are very passionate people, but I also want us to be reasonable people. So what I'm really hitting home at,
like I said, people don't need to do the blood over intent. You're misinterpreting. I'm telling people not to do the blood over intent. I'm here with you right now saying don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. I said outwardly, I am fucking Satan. So
okay.
I put up
all right. Let's focus.
Would you be crazy to put up your blood beside my own? You'd have to be like one of those 144,000 here to bring forth heaven and earth and take over the universe. Like, don't drag me into hell because you're going to take over hell. That type of person. And there's only a few of us out there. I'd rather scare you away. You either know you're one of us or you're not.
Okay, so let's not talk about the people that are not. I would like to know more about the people that are. I'd like to know more about the 144,000. So
have to talk to them. They got their blood already scrolled down. You can see them right beside. I've seen your videos up there. You know, they're right beside your videos already. So
they are.
Click and go talk to them. You know.
Well, that's why I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah, you're already attached to us. You don't know it yet, but I've put up blood for you already. And in 360 degrees, you're going to wake up because I already put my blood up for you. And take your time. It's okay. I put up so much blood. I put up enough blood for a lot of people. So I'm telling you, just take your time. It's going to hit you. You've only been at this for a few months with me now, making videos. And, you know, it's like you're like advertising for us, you know. You don't realize that by every video you put up, it's like it's advertising. So I'm with you, man. I don't have anything negative to say about you. I freaking worship you. I mean, what would I do without you? You know what I'm saying? You're waking up.
It sounds a lot like Batman and the Joker.
You know, the more you say don't do it, the more people do it. It's like you don't realize what you're doing by accident. So I already see the future. Like I said, it's that the more you throw out there, don't do it. It's like what your mom said, don't do that. What did you go do? You went and did exactly what your mom told you not to do. So you're right, like that dad character telling those people not to do it, and they're going to go look into it and realize, oh my God, and then they're just going to do it because you pointed it out. So like I said, I'm with you, bro.
You did.
Jay, you need to come with me if you want to live. I don't know what else to
Well,
tell
see,
you, Jay. I don't know.
that's what I'm telling you.
Jay, you need to get behind me 100%. Otherwise, you're digging your own grave by not grasping this concept. The Holy Grail's right there. And until you get on this train with us, you're like Kata Gaia says, you need to print off those documents that prove that you're a living being and get your soul print back. They took your soul off your foot when you were born. Go ask your parents for that picture. You know, they put you down as a stillborn. You're birthed out of your mother's waters onto a dock, and they fudged the paper saying you're dead.
Right, but that's going a little off away from the blood over intent.
I'm not playing dumb anymore, Jay. You know what I mean?
In the future, we can. But I just want to keep it focused on the actual blood over intent. So would you rather see a person perform the blood ritual, or
no, I'd rather it's not a ritual. A ritual is what you do with your birthday. And a ritual is when you jerk off. You jerk off daily ritually. You take a shower ritually. You eat ritually. You have a birthday ritually. This you do one time. One time. It's not a contract. It's your intent. You're putting it into the Ethernet so that you grab an elemental power out of the universe where the Akashic records are. It brings back to you the knowledge. That's what you're doing. You're grabbing this knowledge and you're stating to the universe that you're alive and that you're one of these.
Right. So is it possible to do that without doing the blood over intent?
I'd rather you didn't do the blood over intent. Listen to me, people. I'm Satan himself telling you, don't do blood over intent unless you're damn sure you're ready to take over the universe with me. There's 144,000 of you that are ready to take over the universe with me and become eternal and take over, bring over heaven and earth for the benefit of all, whether anybody likes it or not. The rest of you, you're not supposed to see it. Stay in your sleep mode. Don't do it.
Okay, so I'm asking
you not to do it. Don't fucking do it unless you know for sure you're one of those 144,000. So like I said, I'm with Jay here.
All right, so there's one of the Wizards rules that I really like. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're known as the Wizards rules. And they say that one of them says that passion over our ability to reason. So what I'm trying to do is balance out. We both are very passionate people, but I also want us to be reasonable people. So what I'm really hitting home at,
like I said, people don't need to do the blood over intent. You're misinterpreting. I'm telling people not to do the blood over intent. I'm here with you right now saying don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. I said outwardly, I am fucking Satan. So
okay.
I put up
all right. So let's focus.
Would you be crazy to put up your blood beside my own? You'd have to be like one of those 144,000 here to bring forth heaven and earth and take over the universe. Like, don't drag me into hell because you're going to take over hell. That type of person. And there's only a few of us out there. I'd rather scare you away. You either know you're one of us or you're not.
Okay, so let's not talk about the people that are not. I would like to know more about the people that are. I'd like to know more about the 144,000. So
you have to talk to them. They got their blood already scrolled down. You can see them right beside. I've seen your videos up there. You know, they're right beside your videos already. So
they are.
Click and go talk to them. You know.
Well, that's why I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah, you're already attached to us. You don't know it yet, but I've put up blood for you already. And in 360 degrees, you're going to wake up because I already put my blood up for you. And take your time. It's okay. I put up so much blood. I put up enough blood for a lot of people. So I'm telling you, just take your time. It's going to hit you. You've only been at this for a few months with me now, making videos. And, you know, it's like you're like advertising for us, you know. You don't realize that by every video you put up, it's like it's advertising. So I'm with you, man. I don't have anything negative to say about you. I freaking worship you. I mean, what would I do without you? You know what I'm saying? You're waking up all
it sounds a lot like Batman and the Joker.
You know, the more you say don't do it, the more people do it. It's like you don't realize what you're doing by accident. So I already see the future. Like I said, it's that the more you throw out there, don't do it. It's like what your mom said, don't do that. What did you go do? You went and did exactly what your mom told you not to do. So you're right, like that dad character telling those people not to do it, and they're going to go look into it and realize, oh my God, and then they're just going to do it because you pointed it out. So like I said, I'm with you, bro.
Here's what we'll do. I think you and I have both really given a lot of information for people to soak up tonight. I'm really appreciative that we got to talk to one another. I'll take a couple minutes. I'll wrap up, and then I'll give the floor to you. You can wrap up your thoughts. I didn't want it to be too long. I know you have to go to bed and you have a family to take care of. So my final thoughts on this, and by all means, we can have more videos in the future where we actually talk about things that were our own best ideas for ourselves and for others. And with that, Quasi?
Yeah, like I said, I'm with you, Jay. People don't need to spill their blood. You know, I've already woken up enough people. We've already put up enough blood to crack the door for everybody. But there's 144,000 spots open, you know, to make that initial wave go. You know, like I said, everybody's going to go. You don't have to put your blood up. Like I said, the first wave, the people coming with me that see it. The only reason you're going to see it is because that blood was put up. But it doesn't matter. We put up our blood up for you so that you don't have to. It's sort of like that Hova song, you know. I'm doing this so you don't have to. So, like I said, I'm with you, Jay. You know, I'd rather deter people from putting their blood up. I only want 144,000 side by side with me. We'll crack the door for everybody. I already know the way into the Garden of Eden, and it's not that it could be taken away from me. If anybody murders me, for heaven's sakes, everybody would already know this is real, and then all the people I've given out the knowledge to would bring everybody there in a big rush. So, you know, you can do no harm, Jay. I'm with you, man. I'm with you, bro. However you want to paint this onto your viewers or my viewers, it's this way for a reason. Because we need to deter people, and only a specific few will end up on this path. That means that all the power will end up in our hands so that nobody can stop heaven from coming from earth, because we're the ones who sacrificed our blood for your benefit. And you know you're in good hands with us. So you can rest easy and continue on your path. And you know, I'm with you, man. You don't have to put your blood up. I put my blood up for you. You're good, man. The act of you helping out, making videos, you've attached yourself to us. You're good, man. You're gonna end up coming with us in the first wave by accident, you know, because you just hooked yourself up with the wave by accident. You know, you start off saying, don't do it, don't do it. Next thing you know, you're doing it. And, you know, I could already see the future. So you're a special kind of guy. You know, you contacted me, and how you contacted me, you must have thought you were going to get like a dickish response. You know, I told you I'm there with you. You know, I'll give you respect. You deserve it. You know, we're here. This is our world. We got to take it over together. And I'm not special. You know, you're special. I'm here to do this for you because I worship you. I'm bowing down to you because I worship you. My creators created you, then I'm going to worship you because I was sent here to worship everybody for the benefit of all and bring forth heaven and earth. So, you know, I worship you, Jay. You know what I'm saying? I'm bowing down to you. You know, this is Satan who's got all his blood up and saying, I'm worshiping you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't want your worship. I would prefer to worship you without you worshiping me because it's the act of giving that gets you more from the power of the universe. You know what I mean? And I can see that. So,
I think that's a great point. Not the worshiping me point. I think that's a great point of the act of giving. I see us all as being connected. I don't know if you've seen those videos I've done, but I see us all as being one and that we're all connected. So really there are no opposites. There's no opposition to anything. We're all one and we're all working this out together. So I think that's a great note. As a side note, before we go, I have to ask you, would you be willing, if we can make it happen, to get the YouTuber known as Lord Stephen Christ, me and you, all together in one hangout?
I don't know.
Talking about
I don't know. Let me see how this video turns out, and then we'll see about that. But
Okay,
for
okay. We'll keep in touch.
Yes,
we'll keep in touch.
I will say yes. I will do it, and I will give respect to all of everybody. Okay.
I had a good time. Thanks a lot, Quasi. Get some rest. I appreciate you coming on with me.
I appreciate you. You have a good day. Take care.